I'm running from getting married or having children. But I'm getting to the age, where it's time for me to grow up, maybe have kids.
You were afraid to have kids, but you weren't afraid to have a kid with a married woman?
You know when you took the words out of my mouth? I was like, what? Like, are you listening to yourself right now? Wasn't sure about marriage. Wasn't really something that I was thinking about. Kids, definitely wasn't even a part of my plan right now in my life. But I'll happily, sleep with a married woman and get her pregnant. Now, of course, Jasmine does say that apparently they were taking all the precautions possible. Yeah, I still question that myself in particular. But anyway, we continue.
Things kind of just happen sometimes in life. I don't know. I was just friends with her. I don't have to go after anybody's woman or anything.
I was just friends with her. I don't have to go after anyone's woman. Okay, you may have not gone after Jasmine, but you still allowed yourself to sleep with somebody that was married, right? You allowed yourself to enter a relationship enter a relationship that you knew was on the brinks. You knew this relationship was already, dead, shall I say. Now, it'd be very different. Let's just say, for example, Jasmine and Gino had a healthy relationship and, polygamy wasn't something that was new to them. It's something that they did do. Then it would make sense. Why not? Yeah, let's have some fun. Because I know I'm not going to come in and, be a homewrecker per se, because the relationship is in a good place and all this kind of stuff. To be fair, you can still probably be a homewrecker in that situation, but at least you know that both parties are on a good page. But if you know you're walking into a relationship that you know is pretty much, on its way out, that that isn't going well, you should know full well that if you decide to sleep with that person's wife, well, then the relationship can only go into one direction, and that is more disaster. So the fact that Matt is trying to sit there and act as if he didn't really have a massive role to play or even a part that was quite significant in the rest of Jasmine and Gino's terrible relationship it's comical, absolutely comical. Then again, though, Jasmine is a very narcissistic person, so I'm not surprised that she's found someone who's similar to her, someone who's very oblivious to the truth or to the situation. Whatever.
Can't deal with this. If you treat her like you just treat anybody you want to be a dickhead to, right? You're going to have problems with her because you're not going to get anywhere with her. You're just.
Honestly, when Matt started going on a rant about how Gino was treating Jasmine, I was like, what? How is that relevant in this conversation, to be honest with you? And also, most importantly, why is it even in any of your business? Honestly, like, the way Matt conducted himself, it just didn't sit right with me. I just felt like he came into it with just the intention of just being a douchebag, Now, of course, the way Gino reacts definitely wasn't any better. Definitely, if not far worse. But really and truly, like, it's just the way Matt's coming in. He kind of has this entitled behavior. Like, yeah, I effed your wife, and what? Yeah, I got your wife pregnant, and what? Yeah, your relationship is now completely dead, and what? I have, none of this is my doing whatsoever. You wasn't treating her right, so she came elsewhere. You know what the maddest thing about it is that let's just say this flip the situation. Let's say that Matt was Gino, okay, and Gino's the one that's come in and said with your wife. Imagine what it's like receiving that energy. Do you see what I'm saying? And this isn't about bro code or man. No. It's just the end of the day. If you are dealing with a woman, and this is the maddest part, and any man that's freaking intelligent will know what I'm talking about at this freaking point, okay? Matt, at that moment in time that he decided and he knew that he was going to sleep with Jasmine, given the fact that she was married to somebody else, forget about the open relationship nonsense. That's the moment that he should have been like, this woman is for the streets. Like, that's the moment he should have been like, this woman does not value herself and this woman does not even value her relationship. The fact that she would rather sleep with me whilst married rather than leave this man that is a terrible person is nasty work. Why are you sleeping with someone that is telling you that their relationship is in the bin? You should be encouraging that person really and truly, or advising them or giving them whatever to let them know that, hey, maybe it's time you leave that relationship. And if that person says to you, hey, we should sleep together, you should say to them, listen, I find you attractive. Yes, I want to sleep with you, but I'd rather do it on the premises of the fact that you're actually going to leave this man first. Okay? Because the matter of the fact is, the fact that Matt, I'm speaking way too soon. It's just crazy because the way Matt was talking was just stupid to me. Because I know many men in this world, right? That if they were put in this position, there's no way in hell they're going to wife with Jasmine. If she's more than happy to step out of a marriage for you, she'll happily step out of a marriage again when she's with you. Fact. And this man's out here talking about how he loves Jasmine. Clown behavior.
Going to end up bumping heads and arguing all the time. You don't talk to her like somebody that you care for.
Shut up, you don't know anything.
You don't get anywhere with her.
You don't know anything.
I'm sure he tried his best to treat her nice.
I treated her nice. I don't understand why we agreed to this whole thing.
I think he just loved her so damn much. He tried. He was trying.
To be honest, if you screw with the reason why Gino agreed to it, Gino's a freaking clown. That's just that. You know what I mean? Okay, the guy's a freaking muppet. You know, agreeing with it was just the dumbest thing, you know, any human being would ever do that. When you know that an open relationship is not what you signed up for. When you know that when you marry this person, none of this marriage had anything to do with being in an open relationship at some point. And also on top of that, it's not even a conversation that they both had together. It's a conversation where Jasmine had it by herself or with Matt and decided, hey, this is what I want. And Gino just tagged along because he's a freaking fool. But Matt, the fact is though, again, why is Matt here sitting here giving advice? Like, it doesn't matter what advice he gives. It doesn't even matter even if Matt was dropping gems, was dropping quality, right? It wouldn't actually matter. Do you know why? Easy. Because you still decided to sleep with a woman that was with a man that was making her unhappy. When in reality, you should have just got her to leave him. Well, not even that, to be fair. You could have just been a supportive friend. And been like, listen, you know, it's up to you whether you want to stay with this guy or not, but I'll be here to support you, just what I'm saying. And that moment that she makes a move in you, she tries to either kiss you or she starts talking about, hey, let's have an open relationship, blah, blah, blah. Let me go speak to my husband and convince him, da, 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 da. Bro, like at that moment in time, that's when you know your respect levels for her have gone downhill. And this is the thing, in a normal situation, but this is how I know Matt's a freaking simp. Because only a simp would actually stick around to actually try and have a relationship with someone like Jasmine, right? That's what it comes down to. A simp only, okay? Because the matter of fact is, in this situation here, the way you should be not responding, but the way like any other person would respond. So let's say for example, you're dealing with a man who's a dog. You know what I mean? A man who doesn't really... What he's going to do is, that moment he finds out that you are more than happy to sleep with him, even though you're still married, he's going to sleep with you and then run. But he knows that you ain't worth nothing, but he's gonna have his fun first and then run. Because because if he sees you not valuing your relationship or yourself, then boom, you see what I'm saying? Or you get the guy that is going to be actually sympathetic and say, listen, you know, I would love to sleep with you, but you should really work in your relationship first before we get into anything. Now, the reason why that guy's sympathetic is because he actually wants to see if he can have something real with you, but he's not gonna do that knowing that your heart is elsewhere or your body's, you know what I'm saying? As simple as that, okay? Or then you get the simp. The simp is the one that will actually either the simp may be the one that still waits for you, but either way though, he's the one that's more than happy going to give you everything that you want to keep you happy. And that is, and the simp is the person that isn't even going to tell you the truth. Like he's not going to communicate in the way that you need to know. So for example, a simp isn't going to sit there and say to you, well, I feel like you should leave him. A simp will be like, listen, whatever you want to do, I'm down. You want to sleep with me? That's fine. You want to marry me? I'll do that. You want to have kids with me? I'll do that. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what Matt is. And a simple also be ready to defend your corner even if their life is on the line. And what is Matt doing here? Matt's out here defending Jasmine's corner, bizarre as hell, about to have a kid with her, sitting there talking about how he loves her. Huh? So you're telling me he wants to sit there and tell us that he loves a woman that doesn't even actually love him back at this moment in time, doesn't even want to have a relationship with him at this point in time, okay? But is more than happy to keep him around to be there to be the father. Like, come on, man. Like, this Matt dude's embarrassing. Like, sorry, I had to rant about it, but this guy's a clown. Absolute clown.
Overall, after all this was done, I regret agreeing to open marriage. I felt like I was trapped in a corner. Like I had to make a decision, take action.
Listen, I mean, when we saw the season, yeah, fair enough, it may have looked like he was trapped in a corner, but a real man will never be trapped in a corner. You can't be seen and talking about I decided I agreed to trapped in a corner. That just shows how much of a... Oh, hey. Damn, son. Yeah, that just shows how much of a weak person you are. Let's just say that. Because, like, come on. Like, if she's your woman and you're the man of the house, which clearly you're not, there's no way she's put you in a corner. And even if she puts you in a corner, you're going to shut it down real quick. You're going to be like, nah. You married me, okay? and whatever issues we got going on, we're gonna fix it. What's the issue? I'm not giving you enough sex. Fine, I'll give it to you. You know what I'm saying? A maroon man would take control of the situation and solve it. Simple as that. If he wants to be with a woman, but this dude right here, well, do I need to explain?
But how did you think her having sex repeatedly with someone else would make you two closer?
Because it's an open marriage, and for instance,
No, it's not. No, it's not. Listen to the question. What made you think allowing your woman to sleep with someone else was going to improve your relationship? His response was because, oh, no, when you got married, you didn't get married in an open relationship. Your marriage was not open when you got married. It was not at all. It became one because you're a fool, but no. So the question is, let's rephrase the question. The question is, why did you accept to turn your marriage into an open marriage? That is the question about this open marriage. No, it's not. Clown.
Reba, one of the therapists, successfully executes it. She never told me when she was going to Matt since she got back from couples therapy. Not once did she give me her location when I've asked for it.
It's nonsense.
He's a terrible piece as well because he's sleeping with another man's wife.
Facts upon facts, and Gino needs to stop talking.
Need to know him to
Why?
know.
Okay, what he did to your life?
He got my friend's wife pregnant.
I don't know why Julie started talking, to be honest with you. Are you not listening to the conversation? Like, he got another woman, another man's wife pregnant. Like, it's not even about the fact that he's done anything to Rob's life. Rob is simply stating the facts. That's all it is. I mean, unless the energy on the stage felt like a personal attack, it seemed to me as if he was just stating the facts. And even if it wasn't a personal attack, it was still facts. It doesn't change anything. Julie, be quiet. But I'm not surprised, but Julie does not know what accountability is in any shape or form. Julie's the kind of person that would cheat on Brandon and then tell Brandon that I didn't cheat. It was just a kiss. Yeah, be quiet. Julie's the kind of person that will sit there and say, well, you need to get over the kiss right now because I can't continue being with you if you're going to keep bringing it up when he just found out. Julia, be quiet.
Gino, need to be here.
Hey, dickhead, shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth, senior citizen.
Did not respect this whatsoever. Gino's talking waffle. He knows that one, Matt's on the other side of the screen, so therefore he knows Matt can't get to him anyway. And also on two, when it happened with him and Florian in the season, he knew that there was a bunch of production team all around to stop the fight. So he speaks up when he knows that he can't get hurt. If this man was in a confrontation with somebody and nobody else is around, he ain't saying shit. I don't respect people like that. Gino, be quiet. I mean, listen. At the same time, though, I don't know if Matt would be ready to throw hands, but either way, though, I'm definitely putting the blame on Gino more because he was coming in with some vulgar stuff, thinking he was this and that. But to be honest with you, it looks to me as if he's been taking. He's definitely got his influence from Rob, because Rob is another one that loves the vulgar language. It's crazy though, because throughout this whole time, I've never seen Gino actually say like mean things per se. You know what I mean? Especially Jasmine when she's been in a complete a-hole to him. But since he's been cheering Rob, all of a sudden he's got one hell of a backbone to start talking with vicious words. Very interesting. The influences around us.
I don't care, but the thing is he treated her bad.
You don't know, man. You're in the head.
You never slept with her.
You mother. Yeah, yourself, asshole. You're an ugly mother. Just shut your mouth.
And okay, let's say Gino didn't sleep. Okay, let's just say Gino never slept with Jasmine. What's that gonna do with you though, Matt? In fact, Matt, you got to think about it, right? If Matt was an intelligent person, which he's not, let's go off the premises that Gino never ever slept with Jasmine, right? So, Matt, if I was you, the question that I would be asking would be to Jasmine. The question would be, so, Jasmine, so if this man never slept with you, why did you marry him? If this man never slept with you, then why did you come to the United States? If he never slept with him, why did you leave your kids back in Panama? You see what I'm saying? So if Jasmine has told him that that Gino's never slept with her, that actually makes things worse for herself. Because therefore, now you've got to asking those questions. So how did this come here? Because, you know, Jasmine, you've been telling me that sex is such a big, important thing for your relationship. And because it isn't happening in yours, you decided to come and get some for me or whatever, right? So explain this. Because the way Matt said it, he said never. Like, this never happened. And Gino was like, yes, I did at the very beginning. Jasmine's been telling him something else. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if Gino has never slept with her, to be honest with you, because the man enjoys paying women money, not necessarily actually being physical with them. You see what I'm saying? Like, for one, I do not believe, like, when he had the relationship with his ex, the porn star, Lindsay, I generally don't believe that he ever slept with her either. I reckon literally their relationship was just pure transactional. You see what I'm saying? I generally feel like Gino is one of those people that thrives off having the power of knowing that he can control someone with a financial, burden or benefit or whatever, but he doesn't actually care for that physical part. Because some people just get off by the fact that they have power over someone, that they know that they can control this person with X, Y, Z. Either way though, if he has never slept with Jasmine, again, Matt, then why the hell are you dealing with her then? That tells you a lot about her. Tells you that she's clearly somebody that's only out here to use people. The calamity.
I did it in therapy. I cannot just have sex with a random dude because that's not how my mind works. I need to know this person. I need to feel safe because...
So basically, this is Jasmine admitting once again that she had feelings for Matt before she actually decided to sleep with him or decided to tell Gino. So really and truly, we can also say that Jasmine Jasmine had maybe already slept with Matt before she told Gino, and prior to that, her connection with him had already been created anyway. Either way, though, it's not good luck. She just exposed herself more. Matt has exposed her even more by the things that's come out of his mouth.
In the act of sex, there's a lot of vulnerability.
Do you love Matt?
If I'm having emotional attachment to him, I don't know if that is love. I don't even know what love is anymore.
I'll keep it simple. First and foremost, what she's saying, there's truth behind that. Sometimes in life, we may not actually love someone. It may just be an emotional attachment. That is a thing, right? But let's keep it simple when it comes to Jasmine. It has nothing to do with that. Let's just keep it a buck. You don't love this man. You're never going to love this man. You don't really care about this man. You just wanted to sleep with somebody. And then ironically, you end up getting pregnant. And then that's just that. It's just that. Because let's be real. If Jasmine did actually have feelings for this guy, genuine feelings for this guy, there would have been a couple. Let's keep it a buck.
You still love Gino?
Never be able to hate or be that resentful as, he's acting like I'm his worst enemy. Like, a lot of people have questioned, like, the reasons why I came to this country, like, if I use Gino, but...
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm still questioning why you left your kids behind for Gino, to be honest with you. Why would you leave your kids behind for somebody that doesn't even satisfy you completely? Like, let's just call it for what it is at this point. Jasmine isn't even Jasmine. Jasmine is literally Larissa in disguise. The only difference is that Larissa was actually sleeping with these guys. Oh my goodness gracious me. Okay, at least she was kind of loyal to those guys, to be fair. Yeah. But yeah, she's just like Larissa, isn't she? Left her kids back home, and the rest is history. The rest is history. Oh yeah, and Larissa hasn't got pregnant again, to be fair. Give her that. Anyway, whatever. Nah, Jasmine's like Larissa and Karina combined. Like, is that the right? No, wait. I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is.
I think...
So sorry. Yes, Jasmine is Larissa and Karina combined. Karina is the kind of person that ended up having a kid, right, and then losing the kids. Jasmine has kids and doesn't even have custody of the kids. Larissa left her country and left the kids behind. Jasmine left the country and left the kids behind. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. It makes me wonder about these South American women. Damn, these three are not a good. They are not a good. What do you call it? Representative. You know what I mean? Unless maybe someone like Matthias is a better representative. You see what I'm saying? The one with Patrick.
think that deep in his heart, he can say whatever he wants to people, but how much I love him.
Love me, you wouldn't have.
I don't care what you think anymore.
You wouldn't pursue Matt at the gym 5 months after marriage.
I don't care what you think. I
pursued a man at the gym 5 months
never
after marriage.
anything.
If you truly love me, that's not.
I mean, you obviously did pursue something, because if you didn't pursue anything, then why do you suggest having an open marriage?
Love.
Like,
Sorry.
even to the day, you treat me like garbage. You know, you have always treated me bad.
Well, let's not forget that you didn't treat Gino like garbage as well. You're both as bad as each other. Actually, no. Many people argue and say that Jasmine was worse. Either way, you're both just terrible people to each other. That's just that.
I have had the courage just to pack my bags and go back to Panama.
Like, I don't remember anyone saying to me, Gino, this is.
Each time Jasmine spits the line, "Oh, I should have just stayed in Panama or gone back to Panama," that's when you know she's lied, right? That's when you know everything that she said before that is a complete lie, because she always says that.
Not a good idea. You shouldn't do this open marriage. I don't recall anyone telling me that.
My job to tell you what you should and shouldn't do.
Jasmine, you're nodding your head. Do you agree?
Reba was 100% clear. So I take accountability because I was explained this.
So here's the thing, you know. whether or not Reva had a part to play in Gino's decision of his own marriage, or whether or not Reva had a part to play in them having an open relationship, it doesn't actually matter, because at the end of the day, these are two adults who decided to take the leap into this open marriage. That's it. It doesn't matter what people advise you to do. It's at the end of the day, it is always up to us what we want to do in the end. You see what I'm saying? Because Gino can't sit there and say this, because look at it this way, right? He's been told how many times to sleep with Jasmine, and he's still never done it. So Gino's proven that he will do what he wants to do. Do you know what I mean? So the fact that he tried to put it onto the therapist is nasty work. You know, whether the therapist was wrong or right in what they said, Gino, you still made the choice to do it. You see what I'm saying? So take that accountability. Well, with that being said, let's move on to the other drama that happened at the tour.
This is my mom basically saying?
Not your mom. She's acting in the role as such.
Well, like, for what? Teach me like a son. What the hell are you saying? Stay far away, please. No, stay far away. No, start far away. No, enough space. Alright, go sleep, please. 1 second.
This dude, man, no respect for anybody. Absolutely no respect for nobody. Doesn't want to listen to nothing. Just wants to be impulsive. Deny that he's got anger issues. I mean, sometimes I look at their relationship and I'm like, I really feel sorry for Stacey. But then sometimes I'm like, but you've decided to stay with this man for all this time. She could have left this man multiple times, but didn't. The man stepped out of their relationship and she didn't leave. I can't feel sorry for somebody who stays in a relationship that clearly is not healthy, or stays in a relationship with somebody that clearly isn't healthy for them. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, Florence' attitude is just disgusting.
Yeah, ma'am. Yes, Ellie, you say that
Can someone stop him?
1 second.
It's used to describe kind of just a general dynamic that happens. Let's say you guys may flip-flop roles. How about that? Oftentimes, one may be a parent, one may be a child. But what we're
You know what the maddest thing about it is that, to be honest with you, I don't even know why they even waste the time talking to this guy, to be honest with you.
dynamic, it kind of takes out the romantic piece, right? Because you have to...
Yeah, yes, but
Okay.
teach her to explain things. Teach her.
Why? Like, the woman was trying to explain, but you was interrupting her. The second that this guy gets triggered, it's game over. Teach her to explain things. I don't think there was really much wrong with her explanation. And to be fair, she didn't even finish her explanation either.
Show respect, please.
Yes, I'm going to talk to
Enough,
the
enough,
And this is
enough.
1 second, please, 1 second.
Get it? This is impossible. Wow. Total disrespect. Can't deal with this anymore.
I just don't know why she still tolerates, being around someone like him. Imagine bringing him to around your friends. Imagine bringing him to your family, gathering. Like, you can't take someone like him anyway, can you now?
Totally disrespectful. He talks about wanting respect. Well, he needs to give respect. He needs to sit there. He needs to listen. He needs to get educated. And he needs to just...
We see a lot of
I think at the same time, Stacey has to recognize that she's allowed this man to get away with all this behavior. Like, she's the one that stays with him, do you see what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
anger.
Well, what
comes
anger,
out
Mariba?
before
What
you.
anger? What anger, Mariba? What anger? Look at what you listen.
Right
What
here.
anger? I'm speaking the
I'm not
truth.
going to tolerate.
You know when somebody proves themselves wrong? What anger? Look at your reaction.
Yeah,
Put some energy into your marriage.
Exactly.
Mama, that's retarded.
Care about your wife. What would you like this?
Let me smoke 1 cigarette, please.
Yeah, go smoke your cigarette like you always do. You said you were going to quit. You're a liar.
It's funny because Stacey's always throwing away these comments and whatnot, but then I sit there and I'm like, well, why are you still with him?
Huh? Do you have anger? No, I don't have anger. No anger, no nothing. Stop pissing me off. Leave me alone.
I don't have any anger issues, but please stop pissing me off. I really don't have much else to say about these two, to be honest with you. It's just, I just don't understand how they... Florence a piece of work. And Stacey... She made her bed and she wants to continue lying in it. So, it is what it is. Well, let me know your thoughts down below, folks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.